Hello there.
Hey there guys, hope you're all doing well today. Today's video will be explaining what happened to Asajj Ventress after the Clone Wars show. She hasn't and won't be appearing in Season 7 of the show, and the last time we saw her was back in Season 5, I believe, when she teams up with Ahsoka. But since then, she's kinda went missing and no one's really heard of her since. So here's what happened to her. All the events happened in the book Dark Disciple, and yes, this video does contain spoilers to the book, but if you're too lazy to read it, don't worry, I've got you covered. No, she didn't exactly die, but she does go more to the light side of the Force after being betrayed by Count Dooku in the show. More of a Grey Jedi, but not a Sith or a Jedi directly. She teams up with Jedi Master Qui-Gon Voss, appointed by the Jedi Council, to then take down Count Dooku once and for all. Of course, the Council has their reasons for not wanting to work with Asajj, but they believe that she has plenty to motivate her to want to take down Dooku. Qui-Gon disguises himself from being a Jedi Master before getting the help of Boba Fett to get the location of Asajj on Coruscant. She makes him go through a series of physical training to kind of test him out. They then embark on a series of bounty hunting missions. I think this was for the two to kind of get each other's trust and to even bond a little. Voss updates Kenobi throughout the progress of their mission, and after going on multiple missions, specifically after one where they rescue kidnapped women and children, Voss confesses him being a part of the Jedi and that he was on a secret mission. Asajj then reveals that she was aware of him being a Jedi and his background the whole time. Here's the big thing, however, the two also confess their love for one another and their feelings. So then they become lovers, but still on their mission to hunt Dooku. Asajj begins to teach the dark side of the Force to Voss. In this time, Asajj lies to Voss about who killed his master, saying that it was Dooku that's done it, when it was really Asajj herself that committed the murder. I think this was to drive more hatred into Voss and wanting to kill Dooku. After all of this, they finally go off and locate Dooku. They find him with General Grievous. Voss takes on Grievous as Asajj takes on Dooku. Somewhere in the whole duel and the mix-up occurs, the Dark Lord Dooku soon learns that Voss has accepted training from his former apprentice Asajj. This way, Dooku pretty much knows what he's gonna do while Asajj takes on Grievous. Dooku captures Voss. Dooku tortures Voss, slowly killing him. Asajj calls out to Boba and a few other bounty hunters for help to rescue Voss. This time, Dooku reveals to Voss that Asajj actually killed his master. So by the time Asajj and the bounty hunters get there to rescue him, he had already chosen to stay with Dooku, forcing Asajj to flee. So their love for one another is broken, and this is another reason for why the Jedi shouldn't have personal attachments either. Asajj turns back to the Council for help rescuing Voss, specifically Obi-Wan. Asajj, Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Voss's Padawan learner, named Dash, all go to the ship where Voss is pretty much being held captive. Anakin distracts Dooku, and the rest of the group go to rescue Voss, and then they all escape. I think during that time that Voss spent with Dooku, he was pretty much being controlled and clouded by the dark side, because we have Voss secretly declare his love for Ventress again, but then she denies him. I think we've all been there, sadly. Poor Voss. He then begins to regenerate into the Jedi Order and the Council. After two suspicious behavioral missions for Voss, he begins to get questioned by the Jedi Order for his motives. After using the Force, Master Yoda searches Voss and finds he is ruled by the dark side of the Force. The Council begins to discuss if he should be executed or what happens with him in order to keep peace. Obi-Wan recommends that they send Voss back to face Dooku again, to secretly test his nature with the Dark Lord. Voss reconciles with Asajj in secret, restoring their friendship, and then tells her to desire to end the shadow that Dooku holds over their lives. He gets Asajj to go on one last final mission with him to Dooku. The Jedi Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Dash are all secretly arranged to follow. When they arrive, Voss tells Ventress to stay behind while he faces Dooku and the hidden Jedi watch. Voss is revealed as a Sith apprentice and defeats Dooku. He asks for the location of Darth Sidious so that Voss may learn more from him. Dooku ensures an introduction to him. But before any more is said, the Jedi attack. Overwhelming both Voss and Dooku, they are arrested and then having Obi-Wan take the two to the gunship. As Anakin contacts the Jedi Council, Voss and Dooku both escape, killing Dash, Voss's former Padawan. This part made me tear up a little. Don't want to give Anakin any bad ideas with killing younglings, though. Voss and Dooku meet up with Ventress and make a run for it to the ship. Being pursued by the two Jedi, they make a crash landing to a separatist stronghold. Dooku is wounded in the crash. Voss, Ventress, and Dooku make their way to meet with Darth Sidious. Dooku introduces Voss as his assassin, but Sidious is somehow displeased by this. The Jedi Council authorizes lethal forces against the three. The tower that the three are hiding in is blown apart by clone forces, and all three of them are all injured. Voss refuses to abandon Ventress, and as Dooku targets Voss with his Force Lightning, she's granted a moment of the light side of the Force, pushing her lover out of the way of Dooku's Force Lightning, taking the full blow. Voss flies into range, taking down Dooku, raising his saber to Dooku for the final blow, but he stops for a minute and declares that he will not take vengeance on him, and that he is a Jedi. Then, lowering his weapon, Obi-Wan sees that Voss still has good in him. Voss goes to aid Ventress, holding her in his arms. She declares her love for him and says that there's always time to choose the right path, and then sadly dying in his arms. Dooku, of course, escapes by forces sent by Sidious. Voss finds forgiveness among the Jedi for his actions, and then takes Asajj's body back to the Dathomar, where the Night Sisters are, and places her body in the pool of reborn Night Sisters. The spirit of her ancestors welcome her through the Force. No doubt about it, I absolutely love this book, and even though I just explained everything that happened, I still recommend that you guys go read it for yourselves. Let me know what you guys think about this all in the comments. Personally, I really like this story, and I think it's just a great way to end Asajj's story. I definitely think it was emotional, that's for sure, and really completes Ventress' story. It would be pretty sweet also to see a solo movie or even a fan film on this too. That does it for today's video, guys. I worked extra hard on this video, so it would mean a great much if you guys were to leave a like and even tell a friend. That would be great. Subscribe for more videos and content like this, and don't be shy to check out all our other videos. Check out our Instagram, Unofficial Star Wars, for daily posts and content as well. And of course, may the Force be with you. Peace out.